So if you want one of these little creatures, there's one thing I must tell you about before buying one. There's an item that you may be pushed to buy when browsing for supplies in a pet store, and that is a light. Whether it's a heat lamp or a coloured light, it is very important to know that your gecko will be best off without one. Firstly, I'd like to point out a few facts about leopard geckos. 1. They're nocturnal, so they sleep in the day and they're active at night. 2. During the day, whilst they sleep, they will try to avoid the intensity of the bright, hot sun by hiding under rocks in the wild. Number 3. Due to this behaviour, it is obvious that they do not require the sun to absorb their calcium or vitamins, unlike other lizards such as bearded dragons. 4. They have evolved to have acute colour vision in dim light, so they're great at hunting at night. Now, what makes their eyes so fantastic? In 2004, a study showed that they can no longer distinguish the colour red due to the loss of red sensitive cones and oil droplets in their eyes, but they can perceive UV light, which humans cannot see, and also green and blue light. The same study also suggested that the gecko eye lenses are probably multifocal, which enhances the spatial resolution of their colour vision, creating a well-focused image on the retina. Something I noticed firsthand when using a night vision camera whilst filming my geckos is that as soon as I pointed it towards Gizmo's vivarium and Diego's vivarium, they looked directly at me, which is strange to me because the entire room was completely pitch black, and I think it shows how powerful their eyesight is, since the infrared on the night vision camera that I used is specifically designed to view animals at night without them noticing. I'm sure you can now start to understand that any additional light, whether it's coloured or not, will in fact affect your gecko's natural sleep cycle. To you, the night lights aren't particularly bright. It allows you to see your pet hunting or just generally being active. But as I've just pointed out, their eyes are incredibly sensitive, so to them they may actually think it's daytime all over again. Also, even day lamps are not recommended. In the daytime, with natural light shining through my window, you can see that their pupils are almost like lines in their eyes. So imagine that light, but closer, above them and beaming down on them. And if that light emits heat, for example a heat lamp, then the mix of the intense heat and the blinding light would just be absolutely unbearable. Some people say, well, you can use tiles for substrate and a heat lamp. The only problem with this is it's difficult to distinguish between a cold side and a hot side. As well as this, leopard geckos take heat in through their bellies, therefore they only really need a simple, safe heat mat. Also, with any lights, heat lamps come with a fire warning, so heat mats are just a really safe option. If you live in a country where the temperature drops quite radically, or you literally only get a few hours of sunlight in the winter time, you may need to ask a reptile specialist in your area what to do. But frankly, if you still want to use a light to make the tank look more professional, or so you're able to see your gecko better, then I would suggest not getting a leopard gecko at all. Maybe a bearded dragon would be a better option. If you're getting a pet, make sure you put its needs first. I hope this video has been informative. I know I do tend to talk a lot about how you should not use a light, but it's something I'm very passionate about, and I hate the fact that so many pet stores still tell people to buy lamps. If you know someone who is thinking of buying a light or already has one, please direct them to this video. I hope a lot more leopard geckos will have a more comfortable life now. Thank you very much for watching. That a Komodo dragon named Flora from Chester Zoo had laid 11 eggs, even though she had never been near a male, let alone bred with a male in her life.